Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. I'm flying around this little area over here, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I've had a little bit of enough of the whole farming area. I spent way too much time on it recently, so I kind of have I have a little burnout from it. So I'm not really feeling to spend too much time on that right now. So I think at the end of the last episode I mentioned something about was it the end of the last episode? It might have been the beginning of the last episode. Yeah, it was the beginning. It was the beginning, and I said I'm gonna do a little project that was based around an island to pay homage to like active subscribers or people just in the community, you know, maybe a comment or something. I don't know, just wanted like a nice little space where I could dedicate some stuff to people who generally watch the videos. So I did some stuff. I found an island. In fact, we've seen this island before, I'm pretty sure. This was probably either at the at the beginning of the series, so if you haven't checked it out, maybe you would have seen the island before, but it's very close. And I've done some clearing of the island. There was a huge amount of trees. And so I cleared the area, and then I decided I am going to start building stuff there. I was thinking maybe, you know, just getting a little thing started, you know, so maybe considering like some houses. But I think before we get to houses, something a little bit more important to a village than houses is probably these guys. So basically all I did was grab a few of these guys and make my way down to the island. Now, to be honest, this was like probably the smoothest process out of all of it. I've never had to deal with villagers where they cooperate so well. Didn't really require any work from me, so it was quite fun. And I ended up getting 3 of them over, which is great. They found their new home and they love it so far. But to be honest, they did say, hey, nice island you got here. It'd be great if you could give us somewhere to live so we didn't die. And I thought, you know what? That's a brilliant idea. So then I started building this. So let's be honest here, you know, it doesn't look great. All right, I know it doesn't. I'm new to building these kind of styles, so I'm trying to work with it and see what I can do. In fact, I've probably changed it up at this point now anyway. So I've probably tried to make it look just a little bit better. But hey man, I'm trying this out. This is kind of the reason for Subscriber Island. Gives me an opportunity to, you know, build in a way that I don't necessarily like. And when it comes to cool, like, futuristic stuff, I guess, I'm okay with that. But this stuff, I'm not good with it, alright? Give me a break. I'm working on it. But yeah, this is what I've decided. I'm gonna build a nice house. I built some nice houses already. In fact, why don't you come see the changes and tell me what you think of the new house? Spoiler alert, it's not that much better. It looks better, but not that much better. No. Yeah, I ran out of rockets. Alright, it's pathetic. It's in my ender chest. I couldn't be bothered to get it. See, not very far at all. If I had some rockets, you know, I didn't run out halfway through, it'd be very, very close. But look what we have here. Ta-da! Now, what do you think? Changed some stuff up. Looks a little bit different than it did before. You know, I got rid of that weird wall thing that was going on this side. And I think I changed the roof altogether. The roof looks a little bit nicer. But I don't think I've gotten the whole block palette thing down just yet. I don't really have that touch of putting like 2 specific things together and being like, yeah, that looks nice. You know, if you're a Hermitcraft watcher, like someone like Scar, he'd build a cool looking house. This looks pathetic compared to something he would build. But also, this is actually probably my first time ever building an entire house like this. I've never built anything like that before. So you know what? Not bad, not bad. Inside's a little bit weird, but it still looks good. I had to go down one level. I might change that, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm feeling to do that yet. So I might just leave it like this, who knows. I think I'm really just going to put like a bed and maybe like a workstation of some sort. Depending on what route I go with, how I'm going to give like a shout out. I might name a villager one of my subscribers and then let the sub choose, him or her, choose what they want the profession to be. I'm already kind of like somewhat through the second house I'm going to build. This one's going to be significantly bigger, I would say. Yeah, it's quite a bit bigger. So I'm going to put that one over here, and then I'm probably going to put one more over here somewhere. And then obviously I might put a little farm somewhere here, so like maybe someone can do some like farming. Maybe I'll put a cathedral here. That might be cool. Build my own cathedral thing. Have a what do they call them? A cleric is what I was thinking of. I don't know why I blanked on that so hard, but yes, a cleric. So I can make this a church and then put a cleric in there. I haven't really decided yet, to be honest. I'm just kind of like freeballing this. I might just keep them all houses and then make it like a small community, which is just like a small living community. Ugh, I don't know. Let's see how far we get into this episode with building and stuff. And then if I've left anything out, if there's still quite some time to build, you guys can always suggest stuff and say, hey, maybe add this or remove that. I could probably do with the help, if I'm honest. Alright guys, so we're taking a little break from the general building thing, and I want to address a little issue that someone pointed out to me. Actually, two people pointed out to me at some point, saying there's an issue with like lighting, so when it's dark, obviously it's quite hard to see stuff for you guys. On my side it's pretty like good enough. And obviously keep in mind I haven't really lit anything up on the Mushroom Island besides the actual builds themselves. So like obviously you get like a fair amount of light over here, and you know, over at the storage unit and at the villager trading place. But number one, I haven't lit up the cactus farm, sorry, the sugarcane farm, and I also haven't really lit up any of the island. So see, I have a couple of solutions to this, and the other solutions require more work, and the more work comes in the form of pathways with lighting systems and stuff like that. I also have I've got like something that kind of works into the landscape, which will also be lighting, but again, I'm not going to start that project just now. So I had a little flick through the settings to see if there was anything I can do, and I found something that might work. So I'm gonna let you guys decide. So this is the world currently, and I'm just gonna make the change, and this is the nighttime now. Now to me, when I'm looking at it on my screen, it looks fairly bright, maybe a little bit too bright, maybe a bit more brighter than I'd want it to be, but I can totally deal with it. Things look a little bit like luminous, like the lights behind me now all kind of look a little bit bright. But again, I can kind of deal with it as long as you guys think it's good. So please leave me some like comments in the comment section, and let me know what you think. I'm probably just going to keep it like this until the next episode, so I'll listen to what you guys say, and the rest of the recording going forward for this episode is going to be with the adjustments made. One of the things I was worried about was that bright areas were going to be overly exposed, but the function that I put on was obviously auto exposure. So when I'm going into a bright building like that, it doesn't seem ridiculously bright. So that's actually pretty good. And like I said, I'm okay with how it looks right now, and eventually this is all going to be landscaped and it's going to have cool lighting systems and stuff anyway, so it won't be too much of a problem. Let me know what you guys think, and thanks again for the feedback, because it really does help, and kind of I see the issue now. When I was looking back at the videos, it seemed a bit weird. Then again, I'm still watching them on the monitor that I made it on. See, as I come closer to the building now, the really bright hues kind of go away now, so I'm assuming the exposure is doing its thing. And actually, having said that, the inside does look like noticeably better. I think so, at least. Some parts again are a little bit too bright, but maybe once they're in the recording for you guys, they'll be they'll be fine. This room looks particularly bright, probably more brighter than I originally planned it to be. I might need to take some of the lighting down if this is what you guys prefer. Then I'm just going to remove some of the stuff and then probably just keep it a little bit darker, because the idea of some of the builds at least is to have the ambience of darkness, which is why I chose the Mushroom Island in the first place, because you don't have to worry about mob spawning. So yeah, some parts were intentionally dark. Outside is not supposed to be dark, although again, now looking at it, it looks good. But that's enough of that point. Back to the video. Since this point, I've kind of done like some stuff myself, so ooh. I've made quite a bit of changes. I had a little look on some Reddit posts and decided to take some inspiration. And I think you can kind of tell if you look at it, there's some Reddit inspiration. It does look like most of those houses, but those houses look cool. So I thought I'd kind of try and copy their design. So I think I've got like 3 tiers of houses right now. So like this is like medium tier, this is like XL, or like, you know, whatever the top level is. I don't know, I haven't figured out. Not like it matters anyway. And then this is like the smaller house. This is going to be like the more humble abode than anything. But other than that, I think, yeah, it looks cool. Considering this is my first time ever building like this, I do have to say I do think it looks nice. Maybe I've got some detail to add. I don't know. I might get rid of the yellow windows. I don't think they really go too well with this build. I might put white instead. I don't know. Or red. Either way, I'm going to try and figure it out. I'm going to try and, you know, you put a few things together and then you hope for the best. I'm going to try and finish this one up now. I kind of wanted to just give you guys an update before I went too deep into this one. Although I don't think there's much to do on this one. I don't think I'm going to go too ham. Probably just do something like this. Hold on. Look at me. Woo! I didn't even know you could do that. That looks cool. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but looks cool. Anyway, put one of these there. Yeah, that looks cool, I guess. And I might need to make some windows like right there. Now, I'm probably going to change out the glass for a different color, but for now, I have yellow panes. I also have green, actually. Although I use green too much, so I'm probably going to avoid that. Let's go ahead and put yellow in there for now. Huh. I don't think that looks very good. I don't know why I just did that. It looks like a little snail for some reason, like the eyes. And then like that's the overhang of the eyes. I don't know, it looks weird. Okay, so I think I kind of nailed this one over here. Like it's small, which is appropriate, and it's supposed to look a little bit lesser than that one, which I think I did, because if you can see there, I put like the flowers and like the little table on the side, so it's got like the little outside decoration. Let's go a little bit closer, have a look. It's also got the fancy flooring, and yeah, I think this room looks good. I'm gonna do something like that for it. Maybe do the same on that side. There you go. That looks way better. You know what I mean? This is still my favorite, if I'm honest. I might do some like a little bit more work with it, but the idea was to have like something that looked decent and kind of functioned as it was. But now I'm kind of getting into like the whole, you know, like being a little bit more specific with builds, so I'm kind of enjoying that right now. So I'm thinking maybe I'll continue with it for a bit. However, I don't want to make the whole episode about it, because there's some other plans I have to get through too. This is supposed to be like a little maintenance episode, fixing up little bits, but it might just end up being subscriber village the whole way. Well, you'll probably figure it out at this point. If you're watching the video, you probably figured it out. I just realized I don't have sharpness on my axe, which seems kind of criminal considering I have, you know, everything to get sharpness on my axe. We're going to try and do that right now, although I don't think I have enough levels. Nope. Nope, that doesn't work either. Okay, I'm going to need a few more levels. 1-7. I think some trading should do the job. I've got some stuff to trade. Do it. Okay, that was pretty easy. And now I should have enough to enchant this axe. To be honest with you, I feel like this was a slight diversion tactic by my brain, saying that it was kind of done with building for now, but we're gonna fulfill it anyway. No, brain wants what it wants. So now we've got sharpness. I feel a little bit more complete. Not really, because I have to go back to work now. I think we're nearing completion. I'm gonna make like a little border for it, maybe a little, you know, a little farm, a little bit of carrots and maybe some wheat. But you know what? Farming aside, I think there's something more important that I need to do, because even though I'm gonna put this place on hold for now, as I've done most of what I think I'm gonna want to do, there's one more thing that's more important to Subscriber Island than any of this stuff. You guys. So I haven't decided a lot of what I'm gonna do, but I know there's you know, at least one person right now who is quite active in my community and stuff like that, and through my comment section. So my friend Oreo Dip, you live in my Minecraft world forever, and even if you stop watching my videos, this will be your humble abode forever. This is your bed. You are now a stone cutter. Have fun. And yeah, see you later, dude. I mean, that's just kind of one of the things I wanted to do on this island. There's 2 more villagers up for the grabs, and I'm probably gonna actually breed a few more, to be honest. I'd like to populate this whole island quite well, maybe put a few more like smaller houses and stuff like that. I might do other stuff too, like maybe like a big sign or something. I don't know, I haven't really thought about this very well. However, I do like the direction it's currently going in, because it gives me a good idea. So yeah, thank you again to everyone who watches and subscribes and all that kind of stuff. I appreciate it, and let's hope this all continues. Alright, so we're heading back to the farming area as my farming fatigue has now worn off. So I'm gonna go have a little, I just want to add one quick little addition to things. Well, in fact, I actually have added one addition to things, but I thought I'd bring you guys in just so you can see what's going on. The reason why I didn't do like a bit more of an in-depth of it is because it's not my design. So first of all, this is a nano crop farm. Essentially, all you do is I go into this chamber, flip the switch, and then you can harvest crops against this dispenser, and it's really fast and it's great, you know, all that good stuff. This is actually a design by Mango. If you have a search for nano crop farm, it should be one of the first few videos up. It's a it's the only 5 dispenser nano crop farm that I've seen, so go and check that out. But the reason why I decided to bring you guys in now is because this is actually the standard state of the farm. I think the initial thought process is that you would put all the bone meal in manually. I'm not really feeling to do that. I feel like there's probably a better way around it. And I did some testing in a creative world. I'll show you guys. Look, check this out. So I came up with this design in this creative world. This is the world download when you go into Mango's video. So I decided to just mess around with one of the units that was good to go, and I kind of came up with this design, and I was like, oh, this is probably going to work. But actually, there's 2 flaws to the system. Flaw number 1 was that I kind of forgot about this dispenser here. So I put all the stuff into these ones, but I never ended up putting a hopper into this one. There is a slightly easy solution. Unfortunately, oh no, actually, now that I think about it, there's not even a solution. What I was potentially going to do is run another line here, and then once this line was filled up, it would start filling in this one. But there's two problems to that. Number one, obviously, you can see the rails are right there, which I kind of forgot about. And the second one being the bone mills dispense too fast, and the filling rate for these is terrible. So I'm thinking I might just end up keeping it in the way where I just manually fill it. I don't think I'm going to be doing too much at a time, which is why I decided to go for a nano crop farm. Because if I ever use carrots, it's really only going to be to breed villagers. And if I'm not breeding villagers, I'm going to need some wheat maybe to breed some cows. But I don't even think I'm going to do that. So I think I might just keep it, little automation this time. And maybe just do like the more basic way, which is probably this. So this is what I ended up going with, and it doesn't look great, but I guess the point is more functionality in this scenario. I may need to like cover things up a little bit. I think in that case, I was kind of looking forward to having it exposed, but it can't. I don't think I can do that with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna probably just leave it like this. Let's see what it looks like in survival, and with the with everything visible, and then we'll see how it goes. So I've got barrels, so I guess we're using barrels. They look better anyway, if I'm honest. I think they have like a nicer, cleaner look, and they also like cover the entirety of the hopper. So I guess great. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking or anything, but right, I think I actually might change the orientation of this because I want it to match when you look at it from the top. So like that, and that's probably perfect. Now this looks way crappier than I wanted it to. I mean, considering what it is, it doesn't look too bad. I may just do, I think once I clean up the area and like I put some nice flooring in and the lighting's good, I think we should be looking alright. I could always cover the top layer. Oh no, I've got rails on top. Right. Let me work on this. I'm going to bring you the finished product because it's probably easier that way. So with the magic of editing, so I've done the work to kind of make it look a little bit fancy, and that's kind of done-ish. And obviously it's not looking great, but it kind of gives me an outline of where I'm going with it. Because if I look at it now from the top, see, now it kind of looks cool because there's a lot of the neutral colors around, and so this specific pot stands out, so that looks kind of cool. And you can't really see much else of the build from down here, so I think that's in the right direction, if I'm honest. But the last thing I'm going to need to get at least the farm finished is bone meal. And luckily for me, we still have the lovely, amazing skeleton farm. That is correct, my friends. We're finally making use of this thing, which we've had for 2 episodes for you, but quite a few days for me. So we made the skeleton farm. We didn't really do anything with it. I kind of forgot about most of its existence. I did get most of like my dispensers from here, so that was actually a pretty good shout. I ended up getting over a stack from this. That was great. But the bones, they definitely did not get used. So I've got like I've taken like a shulker box already. So I've got a lovely shulker box full of bones. Unfortunately, I did forget to bring more than one shulker box with me. But I'm going to head back now. I have to go back anyway, right? So I'm going to fly back, see if I need a lot more bones or just a little bit more. Oh, wait, hold on. Put this back where it should be. Speaking of shulker boxes, I actually have been thinking very recently. So as you can tell, I'm still in 1.15. I haven't upgraded just yet because I was waiting for 1.16.2 to come out. That has been released. However, I was also waiting for 1.16.2's Optifine, and then Optifabric. Now, Optifabric became redundant recently because the creator of it kind of gave up development on it and said they wasn't really feeling to do it anymore. I was quite sad, but I was still waiting for the release of Optifine, and I thought I'll just use Optifine going forward. However, someone took over the project, and now Optifabric is alive again, and I've done some testing with it already, and it seems to all be working. So very soon I will be upgrading to 1.16.2. Now, the reason why I brought this up in the first place was because so recently there was an exploit found on 1.16.2 where if you throw a gold ingot at a piglin whilst you throw another item at them, if you kill them at the same time, they duplicate the item. And that actually works really well for shulker boxes specifically, because if you dupe a shulker box with stuff inside of it, everything inside of it also gets duped. It's pretty crazy if you ask me. Now, I'm not a fan of duping at all in this world. I don't want to do anything, which is why I didn't end up using a gravel and sand duper in this world. I might still do it down the line if sand doesn't become renewable sometime soon, because I'm going to need a lot of sand, unfortunately, to make concrete powder. So I might do that later on. But that's kind of really the only dupe that I want to do. But the reason why I'm talking about this one is because I want to dupe Shulker Shells. As you've seen as a common theme in my rooms, I use a lot of Shulker Shells. I use a lot of Shulker boxes, actually. And I kind of find them just great as an item. I just feel like they should be renewable as they are. And for me to hunt down the amount of Shulker Shells that I need, I know a lot of people say like it's not, it's not part of the game, it's kind of cheaty, but I don't enjoy the part of end city raiding at all. I have like 15 or 20 elytras now, and in fact I'm still wearing my original elytra from day one, or whatever day it was. Sorry, there it is. This is the original elytra I got, the very first elytra I got. I haven't lost any just yet, and I have like 20 backups now, so I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about those. So I've decided that I am gonna take just one step to helping myself out with this world and getting a bunch of Shulker Shells. Now, let me know what you guys think. I think it's a bit controversial for some people. I'm probably still going to do it either way. But again, I'm just going to do that for Shulker Shells, just because there's no way for me to renew them, and I really need a lot of them. I'm going to need a lot, because I need to have everything kind of really filled with Shulker boxes. And when you consider in this room alone, we've got 3 Shulker loaders for separate items. And keeping in mind, I'm also going to need more for the... Oh, I haven't told you my plan. Hold on. That's why I'm so confused. So I was trying to think about what I was going to do with this area over here. And I've decided that I'm going to go for a Shulker box crafting station. Now, if you've never seen one of those before, I'm probably going to be releasing a video of my one. Quite compact and fairly easy to use. So I'm going to be releasing that video maybe in about a week or two. But you're going to get to see that probably in my survival world on the next episode. So I'm thinking about putting one of those here, which again is going to require a lot of Shulker boxes, because it's going to need to have a store of Shulker boxes itself. That actually brings me probably towards the end of the video anyway. I'm going to wrap up over here, and I've got some great news, because on the next episode I will officially be upgrading to 1.16.2, and we're going to start thinking of our nether plans. Now, I know so many people have already released many videos with what they're doing in the nether, but obviously I'm going to take my own approach to it. I've got a nether hub that I want to make, and more importantly, I think the first thing I want to do is a wither skeleton farm, because I need beacons. I need lots of beacons, specifically for the island, but probably a little bit for decoration too. So I'm going to try and get as many of those in as I can. Thank you very much for watching. This has been like a nice calm video compared to my usual ones where I'm building lots of stuff, but probably was necessary, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Bye bye.